But first, in America tonight, all eyes are on New York City's new mayor. You might call him Democrats' Glenn Youngkin. Both Youngkin and Eric Adams went back to the roots of their party and promised to take care of the majority of their voters, not pander to a fringe. Here's Adams explaining his goals.
The theme of my first 100 days is GSD, get stuff done. And I have assembled a government that will solve New York's problems because it understands New Yorkers.
What's surprising is the things he wants to get done. Many are the opposite of his progressive predecessors, Bill de Blasio's agenda. Adams promises to support police and take on gangs, but says that doesn't mean he will protect bad cops, even though he once was a cop. He says the city must learn to live with COVID and avoid the de Blasio lockdowns, but says vaccine mandates will stay, including a possible booster mandate. He's taking on the teachers' unions to keep schools open. None of this would be all that surprising, except Eric Adams is a Democrat in a city where the current progressive movement first dug in. It's where Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the original member of the Squad, primaried a powerful Democrat from the left. Progressives concerned as Eric Adams takes the helm as New York's mayor, writes the UK Guardian. And many moderate Democrats say that concern by progressives is a good thing. Hey, fellow Democrats, writes Philip Levine, follow Eric Adams' lead to avoid a 2022 wipeout. Levine gives a litmus test for Democrats hoping to buck the red wave on the horizon for the 2022 midterms. 1, do you support well-funded professional police departments? 2, are you in favor of securing and defending the integrity of our borders with reasonable restrictions on migration and immigration? Do you agree that only U.S. citizens should be allowed to vote in U.S. elections, including state and local ones? Question number 4, for Democrats, are you in favor of allowing parental participation in school curriculum, and are you against critical race theory in classrooms? Point number 5 from Philip Levine, also remember, he is a Democrat. Do you disavow socialism and accept that America's economic success is based on its capitalistic system? The man himself joins us, not Eric Adams, but Mayor Philip Levine, former mayor of Miami Beach from his house in Florida. Mayor, good to see you. We appreciate you being with us. As I look at the last one, do you disavow socialism and accept that America's economic success is based on its capitalistic system? It's stunning that you have to write that Democrats should have to say that.
Well, Leland, I think a majority of Democrats actually feel that. But once again, it's that small progressive win that's actually getting all the media attention. So I think why not put it out there? Just say you're in favor of these 5 points. And that's a great roadmap for the Democrats to have super, super big success going forward. And that's what that op-ed was really about, Leland.
Yeah, no, it was a fascinating piece, the New York Post. I would suggest anybody look it up right after the show. Don't during the show, it'll distract you. But you talk about the progressive left that still has this stranglehold on so much of the Democratic Party. This from Politico today. The left is already looking to 2024. Some want to see a Biden primary challenge. Quote, the fact that any primary challenge at all is now openly being discussed demonstrates how disappointed some progressives are about Biden's presidency. It's also a reflection of Biden's weakness in the polls and his advanced age. As a student of history and political history, you'll remember last time a sitting Democrat was primaried, Jimmy Carter in 1980, that didn't work out so well.
Well, it's funny you brought up Jimmy Carter, because I've been saying for a long time, we're living in the Jimmy Carter years right now. We have an issue with Iran. We have stagflation. We have crime and chaos in our cities. So we are living in the 1970s. The question for the Democrats is this. Do you want to go through Mondale and then Dukakis before you get to the successful Clintonian policies that put the Democrats back in the White House and out of the wilderness? Or do you want to take all these years playing around? Or do you want to learn from our history? And I say we learn from our history, and we realize that we need to go to the center, that we need to be pro-business, we need to be pro-people. And Eric Adams is a phenomenal model, and he ran in a primary with the most progressive possible, but he won because people wanted law and order, and they want society to function. He is not right, he is not left, he is forward, and that's where the Democratic Party needs to be.
Yeah, I think there was a party actually in Israel called Kadima, which translates to forward, and they were quite successful at one point. You talk about going through the Mondale years and the wilderness, if you will, of the 1980s for the Democratic Party. But wasn't that necessary to sort of burn out, if you will, the Carter policies? Can that happen without those multiple searing losses?
Well, that's why I wrote this op-ed. And you know what? I got some calls from my Republican friends, and they said to me, Mayor, we hope to God your Democratic Party does not listen to your op-ed. We hope they do not listen at all, because God forbid they listen, you all may be able to actually get in power quicker and faster and not be out in the wilderness. So that's why I wrote the op-ed.
Yeah, you think about the congressional ballot right now, and this is preferred congressional party, GOP or Dems. GOP right now is ahead 0.8%, but the fact that this is even close just shows you what kind of red wave could be on the horizon. Is it too late for 2022 to adopt your proposals?
I don't think so. I think that if the Democrats could somehow come to their senses, understand that you have to know your customer. You know, it's a little bit like, do you want to be Blockbuster Video? Do you want to shove 8 tracks down everyone's throat when they don't want to buy or rent them anymore? We know what happened to Blockbuster Video. Let's not make the Democratic Party Blockbuster Video. So hopefully they're going to listen, change course, because the people are speaking loud and clear. And Eric Adams' success has been a big message to the party.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.